Level 1. The Associate. You are nobody. You are a connected guy, but you are not family. You are an independent contractor in the business of violence. You grow up in a neighborhood like Bensonhurst or Howard Beach. You don't apply for this job. You are born into the atmosphere of it. You start by hanging around the social clubs, fetching espresso, parking Cadillacs, and laughing at jokes that aren't funny. Your life is a constant hustle. You hijack a truckload of cigarettes. You bust up a vending machine operator who didn't pay his protection fee. You run numbers for the local bookie. You don't get a salary. You eat what you kill. If you earn, the guys upstairs notice you. If you make a mistake, you have no protection. You are expendable. If the cops pick you up, you're on your own. If a maid guy decides he doesn't like your face, you disappear. You spend every day praying for the books to open, praying for the chance to stop being a civilian and become something else. Level 2. The Soldier. You made your bones. You did a piece of work, maybe a hit, maybe a heavy beating, and you kept your mouth shut when the detective sweated you in the interrogation room. You proved you value the code more than your own freedom. One day, you were told to dress nice. You are driven to a basement in New Jersey or a back room in Queens. You stand in a circle of men. They prick your trigger finger with a needle. They place a burning image of a saint in your hand. You swear the oath of Omerta. May I burn like this saint if I betray my friends. You are now a made man, a friend of ours. The shift is immediate. You are untouchable to anyone outside the life. If another criminal touches you, they die. You are assigned to a crew. You are given a racket, maybe a loan sharking book, maybe a union no-show job. You make steady money now, maybe $2,000 a week, but there is a tax. Every Friday, you put cash in an envelope and hand it to your captain. It's the tribute. You don't ask where it goes. You just know that if the envelope is light, you might not wake up on Saturday. Level 3. The Capo Regime. The Captain. You've survived the streets long enough to run them. You are middle management in the most dangerous corporation on Earth. You control a crew of 10 soldiers and 50 associates. You don't touch guns anymore. You touch logistics. Your headquarters is a construction site trailer or a nondescript social club. Your income jumps. $200,000, maybe $300,000 a year, tax-free. Your job is to insulate the boss. You are the firewall. When the boss wants someone gone, he tells you. You tell a soldier. The soldier tells an associate. By the time the trigger is pulled, the order is buried under 3 layers of deniability. But the pressure is crushing. You are squeezed from both sides. The administration demands more money every month, while the feds are parking surveillance vans outside your house. You start checking your car for bugs. You start looking at your own soldiers and wondering which one of them is wearing a wire. Which one is the rat? Level 4. The Administration. You are now royalty. You are the underboss, the second in command, or the conciliere, the advisor. You are the bridge between the underworld and the legitimate world. You don't deal with street thugs. You deal with judges, politicians, and union presidents. You don't break legs, you fix cases. You walk into a room and the music stops. As conciliere, you are the only man allowed to tell the boss he's wrong. You mediate disputes between families before they turn into wars. Your power isn't violence, it's leverage. You know who is taking bribes. You know which alderman has a gambling debt. You know where the money is washed. You are wealthy. You live in a sprawling estate in the suburbs. You drive a Mercedes. To your neighbors, you are a waste management consultant or a construction magnate. But you know the truth. You are the one holding the keys to the kingdom. And you know that the higher you climb, the smaller the target on your back becomes. Or so you think. Level 5. The Boss. The Godfather. You sit at the head of the table. You are the chairman of the board. You control an empire. Gambling, construction, sanitation, narcotics, unions. Millions of dollars flow up the pyramid and land in your pocket. You have the power of life and death. A nod from you can end a man's life. A word from you can shut down every construction site in New York City. But this is the paradox of power. You have everything, and you can enjoy nothing. Paranoia is your only companion. You cannot speak on a phone. They are all tapped. You cannot speak in your car. It is bugged. You walk around the block in the freezing cold, whispering to your underboss, checking the streetlights for cameras. You trust no one. Not your driver, not your brother, not your son. You know your history. You know that bosses don't retire. They end up in one of two places: a federal supermax prison, dying alone in a concrete box, or face down on the pavement outside a steakhouse. Level 6. The Commission. The governing body of the American Mafia. This is the level beyond the boss. This is the Supreme Court of crime. The heads of the 5 families of New York, plus the bosses of Chicago and Philadelphia. You meet once every few years in farmhouse basements or the back of funeral homes. Here, you decide the fate of the entire organization. You resolve wars. You authorize the execution of other bosses. You divide the country like a pie. You are playing 4D chess with the FBI, the government, and your own people. But the golden age is over. The RICO statutes have decimated your ranks. The commission rarely meets now. You are a king of a crumbling castle, ruling over ashes.